Other yogis duly offer sacrifice only in the shape of worship to gods, while others perform sacrifice by offering the self itself in the fire of Brahma through the sacrifice known as the perception of identity. Others offer as sacrifice in their senses of hearing, etc., into the fire of self-discipline. Other yogis again offer sound and other objects of perception into the fires of the senses. Others sacrifice all the functions of their senses and the functions of the vital airs into the fire of yoga in the shape of self-control kindled by wisdom. Some perform sacrifice with material possessions, some offer sacrifice in the shape of austerities, others sacrifice through the practice of yoga, while some striving souls observing austere vows perform sacrifice in the shape of wisdom through the duty of sacred text. Other yogis offer the act of exhalation into that of inhalation. Even so, others the act of inhalation into that of exhalation. There are still others given to the practice of pranayama. Apare niyatahara pranan praneshu juhvate sarvapete yagya vido yagya Kalmasaha. Others, having regulated their diet and controlled the process of exhalation and inhalation, both pour their vital airs into the vital airs themselves. All these have their sins consumed away by sacrifice and understand the meaning of sacrificial worship. Arjuna, yogis who enjoy the nectar that has been left over after the performance of a sacrifice attain the eternal Brahma. To the man who does not offer sacrifice, even this world is not happy with them. How then can be the other world be happy? Many such forms of sacrifice have been set forth in detail in the Vedas. Know them all as involving the action of mind, senses and body. Thus, knowing the truth about them, you shall be freed from the bondage of action. Arjuna, sacrifice through knowledge is superior to sacrifice performed with material things. For all actions without exception culminate in knowledge, O son of Kunti. Understand the true nature of that knowledge by approaching illumined soul. If you prostrate at their feet, render them service and question them with an open and guileless pure heart, those wise seers of truth will instruct you in that knowledge. Arjuna, when you have achieved enlightenment, ignorance will no more delude you. In the light of that knowledge, you will see the entire creation first within your own self and then in me. Even if you were the most sinful of all sinners, this knowledge alone would carry you like a raft across all your sins. Yathedhansin samidhognire bhasmasat kurute arjuna jnanagnihin sarvakarmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. For as the blazing fire turns the fuel to ashes, Arjuna, even so the fire of knowledge turns all actions to ashes. नहि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगेन संसिद्धिः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति. In this world there is no purifier as great as knowledge. He who has attained purity of heart through prolonged practice of karma yoga automatically sees the light of truth in the self in course of time. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparaham sanyatendriyah jnanam labdha param shantin machirinadhigacchati yajñaschat shraddadhanascha sansayatma vinasyate nayam lokoste na paro na sukham sansayatmanah yogam sanyasta karmanam jnanam satchannam sansayam atmantam na karmani nibadhnante dhananjayah. He who has mastered his senses is exclusively devoted to his practice and is full of faith, attains knowledge having had the revelation of truth. He immediately attains supreme peace in the form of God realization. He who lacks discrimination is devoid of faith and is at the same time possessed by doubt is lost to the spiritual path. For the doubting soul there is neither this world nor the world beyond, nor even happiness. Arjuna, actions do not bind him who has dedicated all his actions to God according to the spirit of Karma Yoga, whose doubts have been dispelled by wisdom and who is self-possessed. Tasmadjnanam sambhutam hritstam jnanasinatmanah chitvenam sansayam yoga matishto tishta bharata. Therefore, Arjuna, slashing to pieces with the sword of knowledge this doubt in your heart born of ignorance, establish yourself in Karma Yoga in the shape of even-mindedness and stand up for the fight. Om Tatsaditi Srimad Bhagawad Gita Nisatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjun Samvade Jnana Karma Sannyas Yogo Nam Chaturtho Adhyayah. Om Shri Krishnarpanam Vastu, Krishnarpanam Vastu, Krishnarpanam Vastu.